What's good, people? You're here with me, Jules, and I'm representing the Arsenal Bloodline. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Retrospective. But before we get into all that good stuff, you know what to do, guys. Like the video, subscribe if you're new or you haven't already. Okay, the player I'm going to be talking about today is a bona fide legend. He comes from Senegal. He plays for Arsenal. Vieira. Now, guys, what can I say about Patrick Vieira? Oh my days. Had the privilege and pleasure to watch this guy live. Amazing player to watch. In his pomp, unplayable, unstoppable, powerful, elegant, tall, 6'4", tenacious, aggressive, snaps into tackles, but also graceful on the ball. Could play a pass, score a goal. When he first came to Arsenal, 1996, when Arsene Wenger arrived, signing a young Frenchman from AC Milan, we knew nothing about this guy at all. Nothing at all. 3.5 million at the time. That is an absolute steal. We basically robbed AC Milan. How they didn't know how good this guy was, it's beyond me. I remember me and my brother was watching the game. We was playing Sheffield Wednesday at home. Finished 4-1 in the end, but Patrick Vieira came on. I'm not sure if it was the first half or the second half, but he came on and he just never looked back. He was amazing. Like, it was one of those moments where you went, what are we watching? Who is this guy? And why is he so good? And 20 years old. I don't think he spoke English at the time. And if he did, he only spoke a little bit, but new language, new league, new teammates. First appearance, and he put in such a performance that it was just mesmerizing to watch. He won all his duels. His tackling was great. The skill set, the technique, the passing, and it was like he'd been playing with these guys for years. You know, we had David Platt in the team at the time. Ian Wright was banging in the goals, which I think he got 2 goals in that game. Obviously, the famous back four, David Seaman, and he just slotted in so well, and he never looked back from there. That was it. From that moment on, I think he became a first team player pretty much straight off the bat. He was that good. And then obviously when we signed Emmanuel Petit to play alongside him, a more experienced player who just come off the back of winning a league title with Monaco, came and joined him. That midfield was dangerous. 2 big, strong guys. French, so that helped the communication. And they just complemented each other so well. It was great to watch. But Patrick Vieira, oh my word, in those early days, it was something else. And then he grew and grew and grew as the seasons went on, winning trophies, titles. You know, he became a big influence, a big part of us. He did have a nasty side to him. He was very aggressive. And at times, the red mist would come and he'd do a madness, get sent off, or get 2 yellow cards, get sent off. Some of the tackles that these guys were putting in, especially Patrick Vieira at the time, in today's game, off. You're off. VAR gets involved, you're off. And that's a lot of games where you're just off. But back then, a lot could get let go and he snapped people in half. And don't get it twisted. He got snapped in half himself a couple of times, but he could take it. He could give it and he could take it. And he was brilliant at it. He had a particular move he would do when he was on the ball, or chasing back, when he was chasing someone, he'd somehow put in a slide tackle, hook his foot around. He had long legs, right? Hook the ball round, get up in the same movement, and then start going the other way with the ball. So many times he did that. It was brilliant to watch. Those long legs of his, just wrap arounds, hook the ball, off he goes. And it was, he done that so many times. He was very skillful as well. 2 good feet. But as they say, good feet for a big guy. Pirouetting, drag backs, Cruyff turns, the lot. He had a move he did, which we called the V-loft, right? Where he knocks it over someone's head, and then he'll knock it back over again. Double knockover on the chest. He's gone again. He was so good at creating space for himself to then find a pass. He was also a guy that could break the lines and find the strikers and actually put them through on goal. Very good at that as well. Very adept at that. He was not a number 6. He wasn't a number 8. He was box to box. He can do it wherever he wanted to do it. If he wants to just sit deep, he can do the deep role. If he wanted to play slightly forward, he can do that as well. But he did both things, and he did both things very, very well. His finishing was actually pretty good. There's a lot of goals he scored where he dinks it over keepers. You know, he just knows how he's going to finish before he gets the ball. Very, very, very good at that. Again, partnerships. After Emmanuel Teat moved on, enter Gilberto Silva. Again, complemented each other so well. Gilberto doing the dirty work now. Most of the dirty work where Vieira gets the license to now push on forward even more and create a nuisance of himself. The rivalry he had between him and Roy Keane, legendary. That'd be one of the most legendary rivalries you'll see in a midfield. 2 teams going at it year after year after year. I think 2 teams for 8 years finishing in the top 2. And those 2 played against each other 12 times. And it was a battle every single time. There was a famous incident in a tunnel at Highbury where Vieira was telling Gary Neville, yeah, you better watch yourself today. Roy Keane comes out and said, I'll see you out on the pitch. Very, very funny. But today, in today's terms, I think they get on now, you know, football days are behind them. But yeah, just watching those 2 alone go at it, the 2 best midfield players in the league at the time. And it spanned, like I said, 8 seasons. So that's the levels that people had to get up to. The likes of Lampard and Gerrard looked up to these guys because that's the bar that they had set. Great stuff. And to top it all off, Vieira ends up going invincible. Season 2003-04. He was immense that season. And yeah, it was great. It was a great season to watch. One of the best seasons ever. And the last home game of that season was against Leicester City, where we actually went a goal down. So everyone was on edge now thinking, no, please, let's not mess this up at the end. Henry got us back into the game with a penalty. And who pops up with the winning goal? Yes, Patrick Vieira. What an end to a season. And not only that, he then got moved on to Juventus. I think Wenger thought, well, you know what, we've got a young Cesc Fabregas coming through and he wanted to give him game time. So he took the money. But before he did move on, Vieira ends up scoring a winning penalty against Manchester United in the 2005 FA Cup final. What a way to go out. What a way to go out. Brilliant player. Legend of the club. Will never be forgotten. Another captain fantastic. Mr. Patrick Vieira. I thank you. Now, guys, let me know your thoughts on Patrick Vieira. Tell me if you got to see him live, or, you know, just tell me what you thought of his playing style and what he meant to you as a club legend. Like the video, guys, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.